Grand Rising. Happy day today. Whenever you're seeing this, I hope this message lands for you. I'm going to do a card pull, and I'm also going to just do a quick little share. I'm popping on in my natural form. I woke up like this. I still have my pajama t-shirt on, and I just woke up and I was like, I'm going to make myself my tea, which I'm going to share. And I'm just going to pop on just as I am, exactly as I am. I haven't even washed my face. Yeah, too much information, but you know what? I'm here to be vulnerable and strong. Okay, fueling your vessel. I'm going to be very brief with this. What do you put in your body first thing in the morning when you wake up? And that includes, what do you watch or listen to first thing when you wake up? You've just woken up out of a beautiful sleep. Your body is going to be energized. And now, how do we start our day? Are we rushed? Are we listening to some high frequency music? 528 is the best healing frequency. There's many frequencies, and you will find the one that lands the best for you. Play it softly in your house 24/7, just on a very low setting. It emits a frequency within our body. We're all energy. Everything is energy. Tap into these little things to help us. We need all the help we can get. And then when you get up, what are you putting in your body? And I know a lot of people reach for coffee, and that's just their morning routine. It's become a habit. I don't want to go too deep into caffeine. But if you're having it constantly and you're finding that the caffeine is consuming you and you aren't using it as a tool or something that is a treat, and it's become a part of your routine, give it a 30-day break. Give it a couple of months. Take a year off. See how your body operates. Are you dependent and addicted, or are you able to use it when you want it? Caffeine, I've talked about this many times before. It actually dehydrates our body, every organ in our body. So especially people doing the pre-workouts and then they're having a cup of coffee. There isn't an amount of water, even 1 cup of coffee. People say, oh, it's okay, I just have one. But then you include dark chocolate, there's caffeine, green tea, other types of teas. In anything over and abundant is going to hinder our body. But the biggest thing about caffeine, even in a smaller amount, our organs inside of ourselves dehydrate. And you try to hydrate yourself with water, and you actually can't, even if you had a gallon of water, you can't reverse how much dehydration is happening to the organs and the body and the skin, the face. Here's the thing. Everybody, let's talk about aging for a second. We're all going to go through it. We all are going to experience it. We're going to be super youthful and have the tightest skin. And then we're going to experience later on in life it not being so youthful. That's just what is. But from childhood until your 90s, what we do in between is going to play a big role to keep the elasticity, to keep us youthful, feeling good, looking good. So if you spend money on your external, and then you're not paying attention to what you're putting on your internal, you're actually doing a counterbalance activity of putting it on the external, but the internal isn't being given health and the vitality. So if you just focus on what you're putting on the internal, your external is going to be beautiful. It's going to be radiating. Your skin's going to be clear, and you're going to have a graceful aging process than you would of a lot of caffeine, alcohols. That's something else. I don't drink any alcohol. I stopped drinking. It was in 2020, the end of 2020, I believe. It was after my birthday. It was in September. And it was the best decision I've ever made because A, it lowers your frequency. B, it's so aging. That's the number one thing, because people are like, I need anti-aging creams. I need to go and get this done, or, this service. And they want to do all these things. But the very thing that they're doing every day, or often, alcohol, caffeine, and then people that are smoking, are like the 3 things that are the worst thing. So you're putting these things on the external, then you're putting the things on the internal, and it's completely counterbalancing it. So it's like you're you're putting your money away. And then it's that quick fix, right? People get the Botox, and I'm not shaming or hating. I have done it. And it is something, it's like that constant battle of, I can have it right now. I can just go in and it's going to soften my lines. And it's not something that's off the table in my world. I have done it before, but it's like a year and a bit now, a year and a half since I did anything like that. That's where I used to do it, is in my forehead. Because since I was a little baby, these frown lines, my mom would always just go like this and like soften them. I was always frowning, and my dad has it and my mom. And so I look at it all the time, and I'm looking at myself through the eyes of, why do we get so laser focused on our appearance? And why isn't it okay to have some lines of imperfection? And it's like, we get this an illusion of perfectionism or wanting to be perfect, and that having these things isn't ideal or beautiful. So it's like rewiring the brain to have acceptance. So why I was like, I'm not going to do anything and put anything like any Botox into my body, is because I've become aware of what that is I'm putting into my body, and learning side effects of how it has a rippling effect inside of me, and what it's doing for my longevity of my life, of, when I get to my 80s and 90s. And, there's lasers, there's chemical peels, there's so many other things that we can, that can offer assistance and that can do some tightening. And if you are on the journey where right now, you do the Botox and the upgrades on the face and that, there's no shame in that. This is your vessel, and you get to do whatever you want with it. But the question that I'd love for you to sit with is, why are you doing it? And what is it for? So, even if it's for yourself, is it because when you look at yourself in the mirror, it's hard to see those things? How do you feel about yourself? Is your self-worth and acceptance lower? Because I did all those things, and I was like, I need to know what it's like to look at myself in the mirror and accept myself exactly as I am in this form, whether I have, some brown spots showing up, or the lines, or the skin changes. I needed to feel it, because I was completely running from that feeling, and that's inevitable. And as we keep doing it over time, it's not going to get any better until we face it. So I'm like, I want to face me in my authentic form as I am, showing up just like this, and loving myself through that process. And then if I decided down the road or whatever, right, we're allowed to change our mind, then what am I doing it for? And I can be doing it for a different reason, but not a reason of not accepting myself as I am with what I have. Easier said than done. You guys, this Earth School experience and us being in these shells can be very challenging, because we compare ourselves. We compare ourselves to the movie stars. We compare ourselves to our neighbor. We see someone else's body, or like maybe you've had a baby and maybe your skin's a little bit different after you had a baby. And then you see somebody that's got so super tight skin. The best advice that I have for you is focus on you and doing whatever you can to feel good about yourself, and not trying to change yourself radically or seeking external change, internal change. Because when the confidence comes from the inside, you're this beautiful vessel of light. It's attraction. The attraction is superficial. When somebody first sees you and they're like, wow, they're so beautiful, but then they see and feel you, like your authentic heart, and the beauty that's on the inside, and the confidence that just radiates out of you, that is what is beautiful. That is what will carry you through. This is lifetimes of your soul expression. So it doesn't matter about the shell. And yes, of course, getting dressed up and putting on makeup and feeling good, it's okay to do that. It's not a a negative or something to be shamed about, but it's just definitely a good place to look at, to check in with yourself. And I'm just going to circle back to caffeine and the drinking and the smoking and all the things. Anything that we are doing that is in an excess, even screen time, those are the things that you need to say, you know what, I'm going to zoom out, I'm going to take a break and see how this is actually running me instead of me running my world, and replace it. So what I do is I loved lattes. I loved caffeine. Since 2020, it was like 3 times a day, and I completely cut it out for a very long time. And then what I did is I became comfortable with my relationship with these certain things. Instead of being obsessed and addicted, I was like, okay, if I go to my favorite restaurant at East is East and there's a chai latte and I'm going to have it with almond milk, a chai tea, then I'm going to have that. Or if I go with my friends and we go out and I decide, I was like, I'm going to get a chai latte, I'll do that now. It's something that I used to not do because I was so restrictive. Whereas now I'm like, whether it's an 80-20 rule or a 90-10, making sure that I'm fueling my vessel with the health and the vitality, mind, body, soul, as much as I possibly can. And then having those delicious treats, or when you're on a holiday or whatever that looks like. So what my morning is my ginger, lemon, and I put Celtic sea salt. I put cayenne pepper in this, and I put honey. Honey is incredible for pathogens in our body, anti-cancer. It is for beauty, you name it. Honey is incredible. Everything that is grown here on our planet serves a purpose in its natural form, not altered and changed. So I grate my ginger into this, and then I put in I shake in 5 shakes of the cayenne, and then I squeeze a whole lemon to half a lemon, organic obviously, and I put Celtic sea salt in it, and then I put my hot water and my honey, and that is how I fuel my body. And all of these it's anti-inflammatory, it's great for our skin. And then you know what I do? I take my ginger and I rub the ginger all over my face, and then I take the lemon and then I rub the lemon after it's been squeezed on my face. And that's what I did before, and that's how my face looks right now. And it's like these foods, and this is fueling our body on the inside. Why the hell aren't we rubbing it on the outside? Like, take an inside of a banana, rub it on your face. That is Mother Nature's natural food for our vessel. Is there anything else that I wanted to say? Oh, I do have to go, but I do have a quick share of signs. So as I talk about it all the time, signs, symbols are everywhere. Our spirit team, our loved ones, they're constantly communicating with us in this realm if we pay attention. I was on my way home from dance. I did a drop-in dance at Studio North. It was incredible. I loved it. And it's just a great way to tap into the feminine energy, to move our body, to feel beautiful, and to have confidence to, step outside of our comfort zone, be in a room with other like-minded people, and just dance and move. So I'm on my way home, and this song comes on, and it's Mariah Carey, Heartbreaker. I'm sure you guys know that song. Heartbreak, you've got the best of me, but I just keep on coming back. And it's all about breaking our heart and, cheating and all these sorts of things. So the song comes on, and I'm grooving, I'm driving home, and I'm listening to the words. And I remember this was like her Rainbow album, and it was so long ago, I don't even know what year. And in the lyrics, I'm not even kidding you, it says the woman's name of the woman that the ex cheated on me with and took away on a holiday and had like a thing, an affair, whatever you want to call it. I've got no attachment to it now, just saying. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because of the signs. back when that came out and I was listening to it and singing it and visualizing it and being all up in that song and that energy, it was already telling me the person's name and it's singing it in the song. And I'm like, it was a full circle moment where I'm just like, this is laughable. We are so distracted at times that the shit we're actually listening to and singing and re-saying, putting out to the universe, not only is it coming into form and into manifestation, but it's also a heads up. Like, hey, this is coming into your orbit, and I'm telling you right now. And it's like, wow, pay attention to everything. Nothing is coincidence. Nothing is a mistake. It is 100% like a damn play, and it's pretty freaking cool when you can zoom out and decode it. I write everything down. When I get numbers, signs, symbols, and create my database, it is so cool to have another language with the universe that's assisting me, giving me heads up, and now I pay attention. And I'm just like, full circle moment. So I had to share. I'm coming in to pull the card. This is for the collective, for our highest and best good. Anything that needs to come through for today, please do so now, utilizing these cards. It flew out and then flew back in. I'm going to take it. It was this guy right here. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. So it's compassion. It says, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. That's the answer to life itself, you guys, is having compassion. Have compassion for me. Have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for the aging process. Be gentle on yourself. Have compassion for the fact that you're here and you're seeing this and that you're on a new journey. I'm planting some great seeds in your head. Maybe it's to let go of the alcohol, the caffeine, to get on a different timeline. Fuel your body, not only with fuel from food and what we drink, but also in your thoughts. Have compassion for yourself when you look in the mirror and you see a new line or a pimple or something that's discolored or a hair that grows on your face. It's all okay. As long as you love you and you're okay with you, it really won't matter. You will stop caring about what other people think. You're going to be able to show up differently, and you're just going to show up in your authentic form, not with a mask on of, oh, I have to look this way. I have to have this makeup on. My face has to be washed for me to come onto this podcast, or my teeth being brushed and to do this episode. No, I can come on when I have inspiration to share, and so can you. And you know what? Compassion and love for thyself is where we need to start, and watch how the ripple effect happens, where you will accept so many other people and you will see people from a compassionate lens. Okay, I have to stop. I'm off to go see my son at his ball hockey and to go cheer on his beautiful self. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Mwah. Subscribe and like. It all helps. It's an energetic exchange. Thank you.